Yeah, y'all ready to play some football? Let's go. If you want it, you can get it. Let me know. Let me know. I'm about to break this thing up. Let's go.
What's going on, guys? Stiff back with part 2 of my series on how to complete each solo challenge game in under 10 minutes. Last video, I just showed you the setups and the players to get in case you just started out. So I really recommend that you guys go watch that video. If you already have a pretty good team, solid team, you don't have to worry about it. Now I'm going to be going over this video. I'm going to be going over offense. Part 2 is offense, part 3 is defense, and part 4 is just the whole game. But before I get into part 2, I just want to throw a little segment that I want to try out. And that's if we get 150 likes on this video right here. What I want to do is, I know different cards come out each week. I know 4 different cards or like 5 different series of cards come out. You have your Football Outsiders, your Legends, your Rising Star, and your Team of the Week. And also they throw in other cards, like Devin Hester had a primetime card. You know, they throw out these high cards at you. And I was thinking about going over each one. This would be a weekly video, either Friday or Monday. I'd post it. And it would just be going over, you know, how much it cost, what the strengths are of this card, how you would use it, what kind of scheme you would use it with. And then later on down the road, I would actually buy the card and play a game with it and just show you whatever. If it was an offensive player, I'd just show you the offensive side of the ball with that player, and I would try and throw to him a bunch of times. I would run with him, I'd throw with him. Same thing on defense, I would user him, stuff like that. So if you guys think that would be actually a cool little video to show you, showcase that, guys, 150 likes gets that for you guys. I'm going to do it for like 5 weeks, and I'm only asking for the likes because I want to make sure we grow our MUT audience. I want to make sure that we have a bunch of MUT audience guys that like watching our videos, and so on and so forth. Because I know we like to cater towards the ranked tournament gameplay. We want to start growing into the MUT players because I enjoy the game. So does Light. So does Fiasco. We enjoy MUT. So we just want to see what our fan base is for MUT. I think it would be a really cool segment just to go over each card. But your opinion is all that matters in this situation. So make sure you drop it. 150 likes get you that. So now let's get into the offensive side of the ball. What I'm going to be showing you, make sure you guys have Philly offensive playbook like I showed you guys. This is going to be an in-game thing. I was going to do practice mode, but I'm just going to do an in-game footage of the 3 plays. Only 3 plays out of 1 formation. I'll explain why in the formation we use that when I get into the gameplay. But before the gameplay, I'm just going to show you how I did each and every solo challenge. So first thing I recommend is just doing training camp, doing all the training camps first. There's 32 of these. You get 32,000 coins. They're on rookie difficulty. You can run all over the rookie difficulty settings, even pro difficulty settings. You can run all over. So you have 32,000. And then when you go into regular season, which is going to be where you spend the majority of your time, this is how I did it. The first 3 games, as you can see, are rookie difficulty, and then the next one's going to be pro difficulty. What I did was I did the first 3 of each. So I did Bears 1, 2, 3. I did those games, and then I went into Bengals. Then I did Bengals 1, 2, 3. And then I went into Bills, and then I did Bills 1, 2, 3. And then I went to Broncos 1, 2, 3. And I just did that because my team wasn't that good, and I wanted to go up against rookie difficulty settings because it's so easy to run the ball. So I did the calculations, and the first 3, if you go through the first 3 of each and every team, you get roughly around 4,500 coins, and then you multiply that by 32 teams, you get 144,000 coins just by doing each rookie difficulty one. And then I would recommend using that 144,000 coins on beefing up your line, just getting your line and your linebackers more prepared for like the more difficulty settings. That's what I did, because basically we're just going to be running the ball down the computer's throat. So now let's get into this weekly. Right now I'm going to be playing it against pro difficulty. That's the majority, 3 minutes. You'll get into all pro, and then you'll get into all Madden, but it's basically the same thing all around. Once you upgrade your line, it just gets that much easier. Right now, I'm going to be running with an 87 overall team, but it doesn't matter. Just because my team is stacked doesn't mean that yours can't be. It also doesn't really, it does affect the blocking, but the blockers that I posted last video will be good enough to beat anybody in pro and all pro. By the time you hit all Madden difficulty, you should already have a beefy team if you listen to the instructions that I gave you. So we have Chip Kelly on offense, get the Browns defense, which I will showcase next. And what I do is first choice, I like to kick the ball first, but you don't always kick the ball first just because that's how Madden works. Sometimes you receive, sometimes you kick, but the majority of the time, whatever you put down there is what you're going to be doing. So I'm most likely going to kick, but I could receive. So for play call, it could be quick. It doesn't really matter. Excel clock has to be on, has to be to 10 seconds. I did this last video, just making sure. I have to connect off 1 p.m., partly cloudy, doesn't matter. So that's the intro to this. When we get into the game, I'm going to be going over exactly, with 3 plays and how I run them, how everything works. So I'll see you when the game. So here we are actually going to be receiving the ball. I thought we'd actually be kicking, but sometimes that happens. Sometimes when you put kick in the beginning of the game, it actually makes you receive, but usually you end up kicking. But anyway, I'm going to be receiving the ball, so I will be showcasing this part of the series, and it's just going to be offense. It's going to be the gun doubles offset weak formation out of Philly. So I cannot tell you guys enough. Make sure you get the Philly book if you want to go by my scheme. If you guys have another scheme that you guys like running up the middle and have stuff, that's good. Good for you. You can go with that. So it's just going to be 3 plays. Gun doubles offset weak right here, the first play. And this is going to be the primary play. It's just going to be the inside zone. There's also power O's out of this, but I don't mess around with those. It's going to be inside zone right there. It's the first play. And right after this play, I'm going to show you a settings that you're just going to have to do before the game. Before you pick your first play. I just forgot to do it. Right there is just a simple inside zone. You just go right up the middle. Try not to get the first down. You try and want to get a first down every other play. So right there, as you can see in the bottom left-hand corner, LB, you can change it to no huddle, normal, or chew clock. You want it to be chew clock. What chew clock does is when you get to the 2-minute warning, it acts as an accelerated clock and it chews the clock down. So basically, that's what it does. You're going to have that enabled. You can enable that whenever you want. Just make sure that you enable it right before the 2-minute warning, and you're also going to have to enable it right after halftime because it goes off. So right there, we're just going to do inside zone again, and then we're going to call it a 3rd time, and then I think we're also going to call it a 4th time. And my whole thing, and what you're going to also do with the inside zone is you can motion that left receiver into the line if you don't think you're getting good enough blocking. But what I like to do is I like to run 3 to 4 times in a row and then pass the ball. And right here, I believe it's another inside zone. Now, why we do this is because Madden 15, the AI is different, even if you're on rookie or whatever. If you run the ball too many times, like 12 times in a row, 10 times in a row, the defense will react and they will get block sheds, instantaneous block sheds. It's happened to me before. Now, I'll go on to that just after this play. That was my 4th run. Now I'm just going to call the screenplay out of this. Simple screenplay. All you really got to do is just bullet pass it down or lob it with it a precision down. And since you're running the ball so many times, they're not going to react to the screenplay. A lineman's not going to get over there. And if a lineman does go over there, then there's a 3rd play you guys can get to, and it would just be a waste of down. You just want to complete the pass so that the clock keeps running. Right there, that's just a replay. And what I was saying before is they will block shed instantaneously if you keep running the same play. Even if you have 90 overall blockers and the defensive line is 68 overalls, they'll still block shed if you keep running the play, a running play. It doesn't have to be the same running play. It could just be a running play. You could run 15 same running plays, and if they catch on to it, they'll just instantaneously, they'll block shed you, and then you'll have an awful time. It's happened to me before. I didn't even know that was input into the game, but that will happen. So we just keep running the inside zone, and we have that accelerated clock feature on in the upper right-hand corner. That's not chew clock, but the accelerated clock just brings it down to 10 seconds, so we keep chewing the clock down. Now it's the 2-minute warning, so now this is where the chew clock comes into effect. When you run a play and the clock keeps going, it will chew the clock down until you have 10 seconds. So right there, we do another inside zone. Just keep pushing through. I believe this is the best running play. You can take it to the left, to the right, up the middle, and it's got good blocking. Now right here we're going to be calling shallow cross, shallow cross. This is the 3rd play, another passing play. And keep in mind, you don't want to get big chunks of yards. So I'm not doing plays that are just going to get you big chunks of yards. You're going to want to get 4 or 5, 6 yards, 7 yards each play. Because like I said before, you just want to get a first down every other play. And best case scenario, you get it every 3rd play, just so the clock just keeps running and you don't have to worry about it. So see right there, go into an instant replay. You don't have to do anything to this play. There's a drag on the field, and that's basically what you're going to want to hit. You're going to want to hit the drag versus zone because they're not going to be playing that. And then if the drag is not open because it's man, or even if it is man, the drag should be open. That in route should get open. And then later down the line, you'll see that Z route gets open too. That's a last resort. I'd never throw that because it gets too many chunks of yards. So as you can see right there, we're already down to 40 seconds. 6 seconds left on the clock. We're just gonna do the inside zone up the middle, and we're just gonna call our field goal because it's going to bring the clock all the way down to like 5 seconds. Now I recommend kicking the field goal with 3 to 4 seconds remaining. This allows it so that you can end the game or end the first half with the field goal. And right there, we kick it. If you want to score a touchdown, you can, but you're going to end up kicking it off. It's going to consume more time, vice versa. I don't really recommend that. Now, this is where the pain in the ass happens, halftime. I don't know how to get rid of halftime or anything like that, but I just skipped it right there just because I didn't want to go through it anymore. But anyway, that was halftime. I'm not showing you guys the defensive side of the ball just because that's for next part. He actually ended up taking up a whole quarter and then ended up punting to me. And then this is just my ensuing drive. I'll show you the whole thing, what happened. He got a couple third down, took up a whole quarter, which is actually beneficial to you because you just want this game to be done with. You just want to get it done and over with within 10 seconds. With under 10 minutes, excuse me. So we got the ball back, and now we're just doing the same thing. We're just doing inside zones. And I didn't explain why we picked this formation. We've picked this formation because it has 3 wide receivers and 1 tight end. So when you come out in the play, your computer, the computer reads it differently. It reads 3 wide and 1 tight end, so it plans its defense accordingly. It usually comes out in nickel, sometimes in dime. You'll very rarely see them stack the box with 6, 7, 8 players in the box because you're coming out, and that's how the computer reacts to your formation when you come out in it. So that's why we pick gun doubles offset week, just because you'll have a more favorable matchup. You'll have like 5 blockers on 4 defenders or 5 on 5, and you'll be able to easily get through it. So right here, we ran the ball 4 times, and then we just did our H shallow cross. And what you're going to notice when you are beating the computer by whatever, and it's underneath the 2-minute warning in the 4th quarter, he's going to start calling its timeout. So what you want to do is just basically get as many first downs as you can, and then make them exert all their timeouts, the computer exert all its timeouts, and then just keep running the ball again. And this is where you make sure you have the chew clock again, because after halftime it gets turned off and you have to turn it back on after the second half. So now we got the first down. It's out of timeouts. Now basically that's all you have to do is just kneel the ball. I mean, it's boring, it's repetitive, but this is the easiest way how to get yourself to make 1,000,000 coins. How to beat the computer. And when you keep progressing into, if you go the same route that I did with the solo challenges, then by the time you hit all pro and all Madden, you'll have enough coins to beef up your line. That's what I did. I just beefed up my whole line, and then once I was done with all the solo challenges, that's what I went for, you know, wide receivers, cornerbacks, stuff like that. But the first thing I did was I got blockers and a running back that can carry the ball, and a quarterback. So right there, that's basically it. That's the game. It was under 10 minutes. I completed this under 10 minutes. I'll show you guys. Next part will be the defensive side of the ball. I didn't show you guys halftime, but halftime takes up a good 30 seconds, which sucks. And the only way to really get is to jam on the A button until you get to the halftime. We stopped him like on 2 drives. I think he got 2 first downs, and that was it. And then he punted the ball, took up a whole quarter because the chew clock is also on for the computer on the defensive side of the ball, so that helps you out. And make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. 150 likes gets you that whole series that I'm talking about. Till next time, guys. Adio.